guess if there's a word that I will use to describe my own particular approach or my own particular ideal with regard to teaching communication studies, it would probably be the word syncretistic. I try to synthesize, not necessarily in order to make things equivalent to each other, no, but to somehow put things together and see what interesting sparks come off in that kind of regard. And parang my attraction to the communication program in UA&P, at least the one that I saw at that time, was that it had a mix of everything. There were a lot of the advertising and marketing classes, for instance, but there were film classes, there were journalism classes, there were classes on rhetoric, 2 classes on rhetoric, in fact. And I've always felt that kind of mix, diba? Parang as strange as it might seem to have a single school year, for instance, where you watch movies and then write articles in the various genres of journalism, and then talk about Aristotle and how Aristotle can help you deliver a good PowerPoint presentation. A lot of those things, I think, colored my own approach to things that they can be put together. There are so many things in the world, there's so many things out there in the world, so many things that seem to be incompatible, but which can, I think, for a certain moment, parang be made compatible, but they can be placed together with each other, and it could yield something interesting, perhaps something that is new, not because the ingredients are new, but because they're coming together is new. I believe in process, and by my belief in process, I believe that parang life, learning, ideas, possess a certain kind of dynamism. Of course, there has to be some, of course we can capture little moments of stability, so we can talk about certain things, we can agree on some ideas, be able to express them and share them. But in many ways, I don't really believe in final answers or final solutions. So I believe always in a constant striving, a constant journey, a constant movement, and a constant dynamism. Diba? So, parang never stop. I never stop, parang except occasionally to enjoy the scenery, as it were, but always keep moving. I'm also concerned, of course, about my own, parang my own identity, and my own identity in the sense that, parang my place in the world, so to speak. A world in which parang we have all these conflicts going on, conflicting demands of, let's say, national identity versus the kind of cultural identity that the globalized world gives us. Certain demands between paying respect to intellectual tradition, but at the same time preventing oneself from holding onto that tradition in a dogmatic way. My own interest is that, parang, of course, parang as teaching a social science like communication studies, but I'm also interested in the humanities. I'm interested in the intersections between, let's say, art and technology, for instance, and that's something that I try to that keeps me going, so to speak. Simply because there's just so much more out there. It would be a waste of time and a waste of life to just give up and settle myself, parang somewhere. My name is Andrew T, and I am an everyday idealist.